Hello, hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Whew. You know what I forgot? I forgot to put the mood music on. I don't know if it's going to work. I still don't have my mic after mine crapped out. So I'm still using the computer mic, so I don't know how it's going to jive with the mood music that I usually throw on here. But let me see if I can. And hey, SLJ. Hey, Kaiwan. They can do that, and they did do that, I'm afraid, man. Hey, Allison. What is up, everybody? But yeah, sorry I'm late. As you guys might remember, I am putting out my single really tonight, like midnight, in about 4 hours. I don't know. Spotify's weird. Like it'll do it at 10 p.m. sometimes, so we'll see. Um, and I think I mentioned this in the live stream a few weeks ago. Funny enough, another artist in town used the same beat as I did, and we were blissfully unaware until until my drummer played the song for his girlfriend, and his girlfriend is featured on the other guy's track. So that's how we kind of found out, and we kind of decided to roll with it, and we're releasing the songs on the same day now. So his song is going to release too, and we're just going to have fun with it because it's just funny. Like, what are the odds? Like, even originally I was going to get Jordan, this guy Jordan, to produce or to mix and master the song, but then I got deathly ill after Montreal, so I didn't end up doing that. Had I done that, Jordan also mixed Terrence's. So just the coincidence of it all, it's hilarious. So that's what we were putting together a promo for it for tomorrow. We both shot things at our own houses, and yeah, just have fun with it and kind of just roll along with it. Hey, Brooklyn. All right. But welcome to the General Hospital After Show. Sorry, I've been in chaos all day. My name is Dion Gabriel. I'm your host. And it has been a heartbreaking week on the show. The show has finally acknowledged the death of Leslie Charleson by killing off Monica Quartermain. It took almost a year to do it, but we got there. And honestly, I am relieved because it's been the amount of time it's taken from the time that the actress died till now feels kind of ludicrous. It's been I think it's been 9 months, right? I think she passed away. No, it hasn't been 9 months. She passed away in March, I think, or maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. She passed away sometime this year, early this year, and it's September. So yeah, it's been yeah, it's it's been a long time coming, and it's kind of a relief that we're finally here now. Um, and the long and short of it is Monica passed away in her sleep, and Jason's the one that found her because Tracy wanted Jason to break the news to her that Drew had been shot, because she was going to find out eventually. And by the time he got up there, she was already gone. So at least Drew didn't kill her, or the news from Drew didn't kill her. But yeah, I think the craziest thing, I never even got the mood music. Sorry, guys. The craziest thing is just seeing Jason and Tracy console each other. It's hilarious, but also beautiful. It's beautifully touching because knowing how volatile Jason and Tracy's relationship has been for all these years, it's I don't know. It's nice that they're in this place where they can console each other and they can lean on each other and mourn someone that they both loved dearly. I mean, Tracy's obviously gotten a lot more respect for Jason since he moved back into the Qs. But it's just nice to see them get here. And I will say, for me, probably the best part of this so far has been Steve Burton's performance. Um, Surprisingly, because he's so, he's so known for being like emotionless, right? Stone cold, but he's, this is the most devastated I've seen Steve look on the show. And I think probably part of that is because it is a real loss for him. That is his TV mom that he literally grew up with, since he was a teenager. Um, and they have, like I guess my favorite part, story wise, with that is Jason has so much regret for how long it took for Monica and him to get into a good place, and equally he wishes that he had his memories as a Quartermain, because he doesn't have any memories of his childhood with her. Just the first 10 years was extremely like volatile. He was rebellious. I mean, he softened up in like the mid 2000s, um, especially after Alan died. Um, Okay, well, no, not even that. No, it took after that too because Alan died and Jason was too busy chasing after Jerry Jacks, um, to be there before he died. And then Emily died because of Jason's enemies. So she was just so stressed that she ended up becoming an alcoholic over it. But once she got to rehab and then came back, the relationship softened for sure, and that was nice to see as well. Um, but yeah, it's been a crazy week. I mean, Jane Elliott's performance as well has been fabulous, and she can do no wrong in my eyes. There we go. Let me know if you can hear the mood music because I don't know, or if it's too loud. Either way, keep me posted. Um, there we go. Well, they had to stick with that Kaiwan because now it's canon, unfortunately. And it is what it is. They had to. They're not going to go back on what they wrote just 10 years ago. I mean, they do it all the time, but that is a story, and it works in favor of Monica in a way. But yeah, it's been an incredible week, I guess. And now slowly other people are starting to find out about it. Ned and Brooklyn found out and were just as devastated. Danny found out. And to that end, the thing that broke me this week more than anything was Danny walking in on how devastated Jason was. Because Jason, like I said, that was the most devastated I think I've seen Jason ever look. It was just a fantastic performance. And poor Danny found out in the worst way, just overhearing Elizabeth. And he had just seen Drew, who was, just brutal towards him, about not being able to see Scout, and this is all your father's fault and all this stuff, and he makes me sick. Drew found out from Elizabeth too that Monica passed, and I mean, he looked shocked. He didn't look devastated. To me, I feel like he's gonna try to use it to his advantage, and that he probably doesn't give two shits that Monica's dead, because really she wanted nothing to do with him anyway. Yeah, Danny and Jason was a touching moment. Yeah, because Danny was consoling Jason, he put his arm around him, and I was like, oh, that got me. I was like, oh man, to be the son and seeing your dad that devastated, God, man. But yeah, it was heartbreaking. I guess I think my one complaint is I don't know. I'm comparing it to in terms of a big loss for the hospital. I'm comparing it to when Steve Hardy passed and how everyone was in the hospital and found out all together. I kind of wish there was that moment of the hospital all finding out at the same time and just seeing their reactions, like a beautiful sort of well edited moment. But it is what it is. Not the only nurse that is aware so far is Elizabeth, because Portia and Terry, the other doctors that we've seen this week, were busy dealing with Britt, and we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, it's great performances so far. That is really my only complaint, is that there wasn't a more beautiful moment. I think the beautiful moments will probably be saved for the actual funeral whenever we see that. They did use a couple of flashbacks. One of the flashbacks they used was Tracy and Monica fighting over the star on top of the tree. And I love that moment. I wish that they cut it right before my favorite line in that scene, and I can still remember it. And Monica basically like lets go of the star, and she's like, "Fine, fix the damn star. With any luck, the tree will fall on you." And that was my favorite line from that moment. They don't have that many extras. Yeah, I mean, still. I mean, it can still just be like, even if it's like 8 or 9 staff just being in the same room at the same time, like, you know. Oh, Lucas knows too, I believe. Will this make Britt be nicer to Jason? Probably a little bit, I would imagine. But yeah, trying to think. I had something else to say about it, but let me see. I didn't have my notes out. That would have helped. Sorry, I'm flustered, you guys. Oh yes. Tracy. The other flashbacks, first of all, was Monica taking care of baby Jason, and that was because Tracy decided to give him a memory since he didn't have any of his childhood with her, and the memory happened to take place in the gatehouse, which is where Susan Moore and I think Alan was living at the time. And once Susan went away, Jason was her Monica's son, and she's been saying that she's told Tracy that story, and it gave Jason a bit of closure with that. So yeah, I don't know. It's been it's I liked that he went to the gatehouse just to feel closer to her. Man, it's just rough. Like, it's heartbreaking. Michael found out too. Jason broke the news to Michael because Michael got home, obviously. And and I always forget the actor's damn name. The new actor that plays Michael. He did a great job too, considering he's never shared a scene with Leslie Charlton. His performance was believable. I feel like and I don't mean to kick Chad or anything, but like Rory Gibson, right? Was that his name? Rory, the tears in his eyes and the devastation on his face and his regret for not going up with the kids when they had the first day of school to Monica's room. That's something that happened this week too. Willow showed up with Scout, using Scout as a way to get close to Wiley, which, but whatever. And that's not to say that I don't think that Willow. I think that Scout asked her to bring her, and I think that Willow probably cares about Monica enough, and cares about Scout enough to know that like that's what she wants. She wants to see Monica, and I think had Drew not been shot, and it came to their first day of school, I don't think he would have taken her there. I really don't. So, yeah. It was a good emotional week. And Ned, saying to Tracy, how much he loves her, and you never know when you're not going to be able to say it, so just try to say it more often. my mom got choked up on that part too. And, you know, we think about, you know, her mom, my grandmother, and, you know, she's getting up there in age, and that could happen, you know? We just don't know. And yeah, it was hitting close to home for us. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to seeing whatever happens next. We're gonna get to the funeral, obviously, probably next week. I'm assuming. Um, Hopefully, we see a lot more flashbacks. I think Willow could have had someone else to do it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. She could have gotten Elizabeth to bring her there or something. Um, but yeah, it's it's weird that we're here now in terms of dealing with Monica's death, and I think the thing that I think about is that there's just no one around really that can really come back to mourn her. Like maybe Scott Baldwin, but it's like I don't know, because you know Leslie's gone too, and realistically, like they haven't killed off Leslie either. Um, and I'm talking about Leslie as in like Laura's mom, and their dynamic, but they haven't addressed that death either. So it makes me wonder how they're going to explain her not being there. Thursday and Friday's funeral, okay. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know. It's sad to think about that. There's just everyone's gone, you know, like everyone's gone. Obviously, Erica Slezak's character is gonna come in and be related to her in some way. And you know that's a sad reality too, is that they had to muster up a new character to give Monica other people to mourn her besides her immediate family that she lives with. Willow's acting weird going through the back looking for Amelia's water bottle. Yeah, I don't think that's what she was doing. I don't know what she was up to, but she wasn't doing that. That was an excuse she gave to Chase. And I'm glad that Chase caught her, and hopefully the wheels are turning in his head as to why she's sneaking around. But yeah, I don't know. I hope we see the new wing that was made in Monica's honor. You know, I'm kind of hoping that they do the ceremony there because it's a beautiful set. They did it in her honor. We haven't really seen it much at all, really, since they made it. So yeah, I don't know. It's sad. I want to see that set again. Chase needs to be off the case. He's too attached. I agree. Oh, man. Chase is an idiot if he falls for Willow again. Yeah, I remember when I used to want Chillo back together. Now, not so much. Damn. Damn. But yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say on Monica's storyline for now. We'll see more this week, sorry. But other things that happened this week, we can talk about Britt for a bit, actually. So, you know, Britt had, at the start of the week, a very rough conversation with her mom. And, you know, her mom basically hates that she faked her death and didn't loop her mom in. And, you know, they just a huge blow up, which it didn't even occur to me that they would go in that direction for the story, to have Liesl resent her so much and be angry at her. And, you know, Britt being like, I am the woman that you raised me to be, and just harsh stuff. And Liesl trying to forbid Nina from giving her money and basically leaving her out in the cold to fend for herself. Anjali said, I feel sorry for Britt. Yeah, I do too. Like, I mean, I get Britt's motives to not tell her mom, and because we knew that she was wanting to kind of leave and not have her family watch her deteriorate. But she hasn't deteriorated. So, yeah. She's way too mad. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy how mad she is. But, like, I can kind of understand how, you know, Lisa will feel betrayed because of the cruel way that Britt did it. Like, because the story is that Britt knew that she was going to take this job, and she really didn't have to die in her mom's arms. You know, like, her original plan was just to leave town, right? She was gonna leave town. She could have just left town. So, like, and just, like, cut contact, you know? But instead, she cruelly died in her mom's arms. So, like, yeah, I do get the anger. But whatever. They had to come up with something to explain how she's alive, I guess. But, man. And then, you know, the other part of that, so since she got booted out of the house, she had nowhere to go. Jason offers to put her up in Bobby's. And Britt has a rough first night because she wakes up, she gets locked out of her room because she has to go take a shower out of the room. She's stuck in a towel, having to go down into Bobby's, see Carly face to face. And, you know, Carly's not happy that Britt's staying in her establishment. So this is my problem too. Like, one thing that's annoying me with this Britt storyline is that Britt really managed, before she died, to make amends with a lot of people. She grew as a person. Everyone really softened towards her, and it's almost as if that is not even being acknowledged. It's like they're kind of just being like, well, nope, she's just the Brit that everyone hated from, like, 2013 when she came on. Like, that's what they're acting like. And I'm like, Britt and Carly actually got close, you know, like, after Jason died, supposedly. And they had a respect for each other, and they laughed together, they hung out together. Elizabeth, you know, she went out with her too. Like, you know, Britt really became one of the, like, a beloved staff member among the staff of GH. Now everyone's like, ugh. Like, you know, I think the only ones that were somewhat okay okay with her being back was Portia and Terry. We got to see Terry finally, thank God. But yeah, it's that's the part that's kind of irritating with Britt's storyline. And I don't know. For me, it's kind of off-putting a little bit. Britt obviously asked for her job back at GH, but she committed fraud by, you know, faking her death certificates. But, like, surely someone else did that, you know? Like, Britt was dead. She can't make her own certificates. So really it should be the boss. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. But suffice to say, they gave her a low entry position in the hospital out of pity because Britt really wanted to be at GH as her home. And, you know, we did see signs of, like, changed Britt in the sense that, like, she's putting her money where her mouth is. Like, she could have gotten a better position at Mercy Hospital. And instead of doing that to get good money and doing what she can, you know, what she's worth, she's willing to start from the bottom just to stay at the place that she was a doctor for many years. So yeah, it's that part's I guess it leaves me a little bit of hope for Britt that they'll make her a decent human being. Lulu and Dante obviously broke the news to Rocco that Britt was alive, and he's feeling a bit nervous about meeting her. You know, it's one thing to go to Obrecht and hear her side of Britt and you know, his mom's side of Britt, Jason's side of Britt. Now you got the real deal in front of you, and so you're going to find out who she really is. But yeah, she also doesn't have a license anymore. That's true. Oh man. But yeah, it's very it's a very weird um story so far for Brit, in the sense that I don't know what the game plan is for her. Like, are they gonna just have her be the Brit really, or are they gonna have her be Brit Westbourne that kind of gained some respect towards the end? Um, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Um, I don't know. And then on the flip side as well, we have Nathan is back, I guess. So okay, here's what happened. Uh, Lulu was on the road. She noticed a truck that was crashed on the side of the road. We could see the driver, but like his face was in the airbag, so we didn't see his face. Um, Eventually, he's brought into GH, and Lucas is the first to spot him, and he instantly recognizes him. He doesn't say Nathan's name, but he definitely sees. Like, he definitely knows who this is. And Anna and Dante were there, and they definitely know who he is. They all have some sort of recognition that they recognize this guy. And, so at the very least, whether he's Nathan or not, I think he is, but they're establishing that this guy at least looks like Nathan. So he's not the same actor playing a new character. This is someone that they recognize as Nathan. But he clearly probably has head trauma, so maybe he's going to lose his memory, and it's going to be a mystery as to whether he's Nathan or not. We'll see. We'll see. Obrecht is going to faint again when she sees him, and I'm sure. I don't know if Brit will. I get the sense that Brit's boss is Nathan, so I don't know. And then there's the question of, like, how the hell is Nathan alive? Like, if he is Nathan, how is he alive? I don't know. It's interesting. They can really go anywhere with, like, Faison and that sort of realm of character lore. Like, anything goes. You had Obrecht in an Animask once, so who knows what's going on. They mentioned Faison's brain being in a jar, right? And so my mind's like, what did they do? Implant it into Nathan's dead body and then somehow used whatever she's making in the lab, Brit's making in the lab, to bring him back to life with Faison's brain? I don't even know. I don't know. Is he going to be obsessed with Anna? They have Finola and Ryan doing promo together, which is very interesting. He probably doesn't know he's Nathan, thinks the accident. Did he get in an accident with Lulu? No. So Lulu was driving and saw the truck already crashed. And she established that when Chase took her statement. So yeah, she did not cause the crash. The first thing that we seen was Lulu at the wreckage, but she did not cause it. She just drove past it and pulled over when she saw, because no one else was around. Allison, you heard he's brainwashed or has a chip in his brain. Maybe he does. That's also a thing that could happen. Like I said, anything really goes with the sort of Faison side of the family, like, who knows? It's gonna be cockamamie crazy, I'm sure, but it's yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Whatever. This is probably what Kirsten Storms meant by when she made her statement about leaving, that we're gonna gag over something about the storyline that's gonna happen. So yeah, Maxie will certainly have an interesting return to the show at the end of the year, because she's with Spinelli now, but now she's got her ex-husband back in the game potentially. So yeah, who knows? Wow. Austin, you said I don't want him to be bad. I don't either. But I feel like he would play a good villain, but I don't want him to be bad either. Or at least if it is like a brainwashed Chip situation, there's potential that um, it could be undone. Brooklyn said Nathan's first words probably would be Maxie. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, in the preview to tomorrow's episode, Nathan, or not Nathan, Anna and Dante are saying we need to keep this quiet until we know what's going on. It's going to be hard when Britt works in the hospital again, and and Obrecht being in town. But we'll see. We will see. Yeah, those are really the kind of the main focuses of this week. There's not too much else happened. Oh, hey Nathan. They found well, Cody found the dog out back and has been taking care of him at the stables. And Gio happened to show up, and well, actually, first of all, Molly showed up, and was. It was a cute. There was cute scenes with Cody and Molly and the dog, and when Molly realized the dog is being looked for, he did not want to give up the dog right away because he was getting along with him so well. And then Gio shows up, and he discovers that the dog is there, and he calls Emma, and Emma shows up, and they kiss, and it's like this beautiful thing. I hate that I like them. Both new Emma and Gio grew on me so fast, because at the start I was like, man, I can't believe they're bringing back Emma as a recast just to put him with this nothing burger of a character. But they both grew on me. I think that the girl that plays Emma is doing a fabulous job, and Gio is certainly growing as an actor as well. So, I ship him. Although I feel like Gio should have called Rocco. Like, Rocco should have been his call. He is the owner after all. Like, damn. Austin said Cody should have taken the reward money. Maybe, but at the same time, I think it speaks to his character that he's like, just donate the money to a good cause. I didn't actually find the dog. The dog found me, and you showed up here. I didn't call you. Like, it's an honorable thing that he's doing. Donate it to shelters is what he said. I was like, new Emma. I mean, I did, like, she did grow on me very fast. Like, I'm just thinking back to, like, the first start, like, my reaction to Emma being recast at all. But she's been a great actress from the jump, don't get me wrong. I just was, my complaint back then was that, I was hoping that we get to see Brooklyn grow up playing her. But, she wanted to change her career, and that's her prerogative, and so we got this new Emma, and she's fantastic. And, I like her. She's a great girl. She's feisty, and she's badass like her grandparents, and, laid back like her father, and book smart like her mom. So, yeah, I don't know. She's capturing all of those things within the character, which I like. They've made her out to be a pretty well fleshed out character. And I guess, with the thing with the previous Emma is that they really kept her in the little girl role. Even as she got older, they were still trying to, like, play her out to be this cutesy thing, even when she was, like, in high school. You know what I mean? So it was, I don't know. It's a good change of pace. Whether or not Brooklyn could have pulled off the kind of character she is now, who knows? Probably, maybe, who knows? But this girl does a great job. But yeah, those are kind of the three things that happened on the show. Monica passing away, Britt being integrated back into Port Charles, and Nathan coming back. I guess the other thing is the Trina and... Why am I forgetting his name? I'm blanking out because I'm tired and I'm hungry. Her love interest. He realized that the bat in Drew's room is going to have his fingerprints all over it. so it places him in the house. And I don't know if they fingerprinted the bat, but we've heard Anna talking about it. They're also Anna, Laura, the DA. They're all discussing the document that shows a wire transfer from Drew to the judge that was murdered. And so it not only puts him in the position of paying off the judge, but also the suspect for her murder, because he'd have reasons to want her dead. So, I mean, we know it wasn't Drew that paid her. We know it's Sidwell, but you know, I don't hate that this could potentially happen to him. People were judging his acting. Oh, you're talking about Nathan. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I haven't watched a lot of his Hallmark movies, so I don't know. He does have like a villainous look, I will say. Ryan Pavey, he looks like he could play a villain just based on his looks. They've always had him sort of be a leading romantic guy on those Hallmark movies, I'm sure. So we'll see. But he wanted something spicy. So we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. Yeah. But anyways, I am going to end the stream here. For some of y'all, my single might be out in 10 minutes. It might be out in 10 minutes for you guys too. Or for me too. Because if it's like almost midnight where you guys are, then we'll see. But I don't know. I'm going to let you guys go, so just in case my song does come out at 10 my time here, because it's happened before, we'll see. Yeah, I'll let you guys go. Yes, before I go though, sorry that I couldn't do the Runarounds stream last week. Something had come up. But we should be able to do it this week. Probably Wednesday. If not Wednesday, then Thursday. But this week we're gonna do a live stream to talk about the Runarounds. So if you haven't watched it, it's a really good show. William Lipton, who played Cameron, is the lead character in the show, and he does a great job. And we're gonna take Wednesday's stream to talk about it. Now, as for the next Sunday stream, we're either going to have to postpone it to Monday or do it really early Sunday afternoon. Because we're having like a big get-together at work. My place of work, we won a big award at the start of the year. Well, not the start of the year, sometime in the spring, for top team at our entire establishment. Good night, SLJ. And so we're finally getting the benefit of that, and we got like a free night out on our establishment. And we're going to like a dinner theater to see this, like this tribute to ABBA, which is, a legendary disco band. I love ABBA. So I'm excited for it. I was like, yeah, I'll come to it, and if that means I have to stream earlier or later, I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna try to do the stream earlier in the day instead of doing it on the Monday, because Mondays it just always throws me off. Because it's like I want to talk about just last week, but then there's Monday's episode to contend with, and it just gets all jumbled up. So I'm gonna try to do it Sunday early. All right. But yeah, I will see you guys Wednesday or Thursday for the Runarounds live stream. I'll let you know what day we do it, and we're gonna discuss spoilers on the show. We're gonna discuss the plot. So if you don't want to be spoiled, don't come to that live stream. But if you have watched it, or you just want to know what the show is about anyway, let me know. Well, not let me know. Join in and bask in the glory that is that show, because I loved it, and I hope they get a season 2. Alright guys, I'll let you go. Have a good night. If you like this live stream, give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to, and I will catch you guys later this week. Mwah.